If you're one of the millions of Americans still receiving paper checks from the government, you have just days left before your payments could be completely cut off. In this video, I'll reveal the executive order that's about to change everything for Social Security, disability, veteran, and other federal benefit recipients, plus show you exactly how to protect your payments before it's too late. Welcome to Financial Area, where we break down the most important financial changes affecting your money. If this information helps you, smash that like button and subscribe for more money-saving tips that could put thousands back in your pocket. Let's get right into this because time is running out. An executive order signed by the president is set to take effect this Tuesday, and it's going to fundamentally change how federal payments work in America. Starting Tuesday, all federal payments must be made electronically. That means if you're still getting paper checks in the mail for Social Security, disability benefits, veteran payments, or any other federal benefits, those checks are about to stop coming forever. Now, before you panic, let me be clear about something important. Not everyone watching this video will be affected. Many Americans have already switched to direct deposit and won't see any change at all. But here's the shocking truth. There are still millions of people receiving paper checks, and if you're one of them, you need to act immediately. Why is this happening? The numbers are absolutely staggering. The federal government spends nearly $1 billion every single year just on printing and mailing paper checks. Think about that for a second. Each paper check costs about $1.50 to print and mail. That might not sound like much, but when you're talking about tens of millions of payments going out every year, it adds up to almost $1 billion annually. Electronic payments, on the other hand, cost only a few cents per transaction. But this isn't just about saving money. Electronic payments are faster, safer, and more reliable. When you get direct deposit, your money hits your account immediately. No more waiting for checks to arrive in the mail, no more worrying about checks getting lost or stolen, no more rushing to the bank before it closes. So who exactly is impacted by this change? If you receive Social Security retirement benefits, Social Security disability payments, supplemental Social Security income, Veterans Affairs benefits, or Railroad Retirement Board payments, and you're still getting paper checks, this affects you. The clock is literally ticking, and you have just days to make this transition. Here's exactly what you need to do right now to protect your payments. First, contact the agency that handles your benefits immediately. If it's Social Security, call the Social Security Administration. If it's VA benefits, contact Veterans Affairs. If it's Railroad Retirement, reach out to the Railroad Retirement Board. Don't wait another day to make this call. When you call, tell them you need to set up direct deposit. They're going to ask you for some specific information, so have this ready before you call. You'll need your bank's routing number and your account number. Your routing number is usually a 9-digit number that identifies your bank, and your account number identifies your specific account. You can find both of these numbers on your checks, on your bank statements, or by calling your bank directly. Once you give them this information, make sure to ask for confirmation that your payment method has been updated. Get a confirmation number if they give you one, and ask when your next payment will be deposited electronically. Don't just assume everything went through correctly. Follow up to make sure. After you've made the switch, monitor your bank account closely over the next few payment cycles. Make sure your payments are showing up when they should. If something goes wrong, you'll want to catch it early and get it fixed. Now, what if you don't have a bank account? Don't worry, you're not out of options. The government offers something called the Direct Express Debit Card Program, specifically for federal beneficiaries. With this program, your payments get loaded onto a prepaid debit card that works just like any other debit card. You can use it to make purchases, pay bills, or withdraw cash at ATMs. There's no bank account required, and it's completely free to sign up. Some agencies might also offer other electronic payment options, so when you call, ask about all the alternatives available to you. The important thing is to get off paper checks before Tuesday. But here's what I really want you to understand about what happens if you miss this deadline. If you don't make the switch to electronic payments by Tuesday, you're going to experience delays in receiving your benefits. The government will not be issuing paper checks anymore, period. So if you're not set up for electronic payments, your money could be tied up while you scramble to get everything sorted out. And trust me, dealing with government bureaucracy when you're already behind the deadline is not a position you want to be in. The good news is that switching to electronic payments is completely free. You won't be charged anything to set up direct deposit or get a Direct Express card. In fact, you'll actually be saving money because you won't have to worry about check cashing fees if you don't have a bank account. Now, while we're talking about important financial deadlines, there is another huge opportunity coming up that could save you thousands of dollars. In about 3 weeks, Medicare annual open enrollment begins, and this affects 70 million Americans. If you're on Medicare, this is your one chance each year to review and change your plans. Here's why this matters so much. Medicare plans change every single year.
Your premiums, your coverage, your benefits, your provider networks, everything can change. And your personal needs probably aren't the same as they were last year either. Maybe you're taking new medications. Maybe you've developed new health conditions. Or maybe your financial situation has changed. I want to share some real examples of the kind of savings people have achieved just by reviewing their Medicare plans. Kathy McCowley saved $2,000 per year by switching plans. Ed Fitzgerald is saving $170 every month, which adds up to over $2,000 annually. Another person saved $1,000 per year just by making some adjustments to their coverage. These aren't unusual cases. Thousands of people save significant money every year during open enrollment, but only if they take the time to review their options and make changes when necessary. Most people just stick with what they have and end up paying way more than they need to. The key is to get help from someone who understands the system. There are free phone services available specifically to help Medicare beneficiaries review their coverage, answer questions, and make sure they're properly protected. The best part is, if you call now, before open enrollment officially begins, you can get ahead of the rush and establish that relationship early. Think about it this way. If you could potentially save $2,000 a year just by spending an hour on the phone reviewing your Medicare plan, wouldn't that be worth it? That's like getting a part-time job that pays $2,000 for 1 hour of work. But here's the thing about both of these situations: the executive order deadline and Medicare open enrollment. Time is absolutely critical. With the electronic payments deadline hitting Tuesday and Medicare open enrollment starting in just a few weeks, you need to mark these dates on your calendar and take action immediately. Let me give you some strategies for maximizing all of your federal benefits, not just dealing with these immediate deadlines. First, review your coverage every single year. Don't just assume that what worked last year is still the best option. Government programs change, your needs change, and new options become available. Second, stay informed about changes that could affect your benefits. Subscribe to reliable sources of information. Join community forums where people share their experiences, and don't be afraid to ask questions when you don't understand something. Third, seek out expert advice when you need it. There are free resources available to help you navigate these complex systems. You don't have to figure everything out on your own, and getting professional guidance can save you both time and money. Fourth, document everything. Keep records of your phone calls, your confirmation numbers, your payment dates, and any changes you make to your accounts. If something goes wrong, having good documentation will help you resolve issues much faster. Looking ahead, this shift to electronic payments is just the beginning of broader changes in how the government delivers services. As technology continues to advance, you can expect payments to become even faster, more secure, and more convenient. But there will also be challenges, especially for people who aren't comfortable with technology or who don't have easy access to banking services. The government is working on solutions to make sure everyone can access their benefits, but in the meantime, it's crucial that you take advantage of the options available to you, whether that's setting up direct deposit, getting a direct express card, or working with family members who can help you navigate these systems. Now, here's something really important. This information doesn't just affect you, it affects millions of people across the country. If you know someone who receives federal benefits, especially if they're elderly or might not be aware of these changes, share this information with them. A simple conversation could prevent them from missing payments or losing out on potential savings. Think about the seniors in your life, people you know who are on disability, veterans in your community, or anyone who's turning 65 soon and might be dealing with Medicare for the first time. Even if you're not sure whether they need this information, it's better to share it just in case. The bottom line is this: every penny counts when you're living on a fixed income or managing federal benefits. The executive order deadline is here whether we like it or not, and Medicare open enrollment is an opportunity that only comes once a year. Don't let these deadlines pass without taking action. If you're still receiving paper checks for any federal benefits, pick up the phone today and call your benefit provider. If you're on Medicare, start thinking about whether your current plan is still the best option for your needs. And if you know someone who could benefit from this information, don't keep it to yourself. These changes might seem overwhelming, but with the right information and support, you can navigate them successfully. The future of federal payments is digital, and embracing these changes will ultimately make your life easier and more secure. Remember, the Tuesday deadline is just days away. Don't wait until the last minute and risk having your payments delaying. Take action today and make sure you're prepared for the changes ahead. If this video helped you understand what you need to do, hit that like button and subscribe to Financial Area for more important updates about changes that could affect your money. And remember, when it comes to your financial security, being informed and taking action early is always the best strategy.